This video was brought to you by Nuka-Cola. Nuka-Cola. Zap that thirst. Warning, drinking Nuka-Cola may result in your immediate irradiation. Please drink responsibly. What's going on, guys? This is VinylicPuma, and yes, I know the title of this video is perhaps a little bit provocative. The reason I'm making this video, though, is because there are some gripes that I have with Fallout 4. That's not to say that Fallout 4 is a bad game, because I don't think it is. However, there are some things that I think Bethesda either just fucked up, or just forgot when designing this game. So, 5 reasons Fallout 4 sucks ass. Number 5. Bugs, glitches, and various technical problems. While I haven't had very many problems with bugs and glitches in Fallout 4, I figured I'd include this section for those that are having those problems. I will say that when I initially launched Fallout 4 on my PC, it did crash and I experienced various frame rate glitches where my character would get stuck if I operated a terminal. I was able to fix that by forcing VSync on my computer. Now, I have also had some issues where I've had quests that I can't complete, but it's not really so bad to where it makes the game unplayable. Now, I have heard of a glitch that if you fast travel to a place called Monsignor Plaza, the game will break and it'll make it impossible for you to complete the entire main quest of the game. So that is a game-breaking bug and is a major problem. Honestly, despite a lot of the criticisms levied by game reviewers, I haven't really experienced too many glitches or really had any game-breaking bugs happen to me. Now, that's not to say that that doesn't happen, and I have heard that the console versions have had a lot of frame rate issues, but since I haven't really played those versions myself, I can't really criticize. Number 4. The treatment of in-game unique weapons. Those of you that watch a lot of my Borderlands videos know that I really like the in-game weapons for the Borderlands franchise of games, and I also like a lot of the in-game unique weapons for the Fallout franchise. And what upsets me is that besides the Deliverer and a weapon like Kremva's Tooth, all of the other unique weapons don't have unique models. And those of you that remember Fallout New Vegas, or remember that the plasma rifle unique weapon was the Q35 matter modulator, and the laser rifle unique was the AER-14 prototype. And what was interesting about these is that both of these had totally different models from the regular variants for both guns, in that they looked entirely different. However, in Fallout 4, the vast majority of unique weapons are virtually identical to their non-unique variants. For example, the Overseer's Guardian is essentially a normal combat rifle that fires an additional projectile for its special effect. And I would have at least liked to have seen the unique weapons look cosmetically different from their regular variants. For example, maybe the Overseer's Guardian was blue with yellow stripes, kind of like Vault-Tec colors, which would have made it a lot more special and more recognizable among the player base. Ideally, though, I would have liked them to use different models and different mod customizations like they did with the Deliverer when compared to a regular 10mm pistol. Hopefully, we'll see a lot more of this in the game's DLC. Number 3. Settlement building mechanics. Did you know you can establish supply lines from one of your wealthier settlements to a newly established settlement? No? Well, you're not alone, because I didn't find that out until I was like level 40. In general, it seems like the tutorials for building settlements aren't really comprehensive. Now, while you do learn how to build beds, grow food, provide water, and build some defenses, the game barely explains things like setting up laser turrets, establishing supply lines, and wiring electrical grids, etc. The list goes on. Most of the problem here is that this is because certain attributes are locked behind certain skills. For example, establishing supply lines requires the first level of the local leader perk, and building a laser turret, for example, requires the science perk. Now, I do understand why Bethesda wants to create some kind of progression system with this, but they really need an in-game tutorial mission that briefly explains certain things. And, really furthermore, why aren't there any Brotherhood or Institute settlements? I mean, there are some railroad settlements. For example, the Sunshine Co-op can become a railroad settlement, but really otherwise, you can't really build with Brotherhood of Steel assets unless you're on the PC version of the game. So hopefully, maybe they'll address this with DLC. Who knows? Number 2, there is a general lack of bizarre and interesting locations in Fallout 4. Now, this isn't to say that the Commonwealth isn't an interesting place, but if you look back at Fallout 3, there's a lot of weird, bizarre, and fascinating circumstances, and I guess like concepts that were ultimately missed in Fallout 4. And I'll give a couple examples here. So, in Fallout 3, there is an interesting NPC that you can find whose name is Harold. And to keep this short, Harold is a living and completely sentient tree located in Oasis that you can actually talk to. Harold is also worshipped by a small cult of people called the Tree Minders who think that he is a god. And unlike the rest of Fallout 3, which is like this just gray, ugly wasteland, Oasis is where Harold is located, is a small and vibrant forest area, and it's a total contrast to the rest of the game, and that's what makes it memorable. You also have a small settlement called Little Lamplight, which is run and populated by children under the age of 16. Interestingly, Joseph McCready does appear in Fallout 4, so they do make some homages to that. You also have Vault 108, which essentially has clones of all of the same person, and they're all trying to kill you. My point is that Fallout 4 has nothing like any of these. I'd also say that the only things that come even close are Captain Zhao of the Yangtze submarine, as well as the USSS Constitution missions that you can also perform. So yes, Fallout 4 is visually impressive, but there aren't really any interesting areas that stand out that are really memorable. Number 1. The main questline plot twist sucks as much as the plot twist from the Iron Man 3 movie. By the way, massive spoilers if you haven't finished the game yet. Anyway, Fallout 4, in my opinion, has one of the weakest plot twists I've experienced in a video game to date. You eventually find out that the guy in charge of the Institute is your son, Sean, and according to him, he was removed from Vault 111 60 years prior to you. So that scene where Kellogg shoots your significant other is 60 years before you actually leave the vault. Now, the game goes on to explain that Kellogg looks the same as he did 60 years ago because of cybernetics. You know, I am going to call bullshit on that. Even if the Institute can make human-like synths and possibly near-organic prosthetic limbs and cybernetics, then why the fuck does older Sean die at the end of the game? Couldn't they have downloaded his consciousness into, I don't know, a fucking synth? Couldn't they have made him some prosthetic limbs like they did Kellogg? And you know, this would just be further proof that the people running the Institute are morons because they have actively chosen not to live forever when they clearly could live forever. And it's not like they have any relatives or, I guess, children that are going to be sad when they die because they're all going to live forever. And you know, those of you that saw Iron Man 3 will remember that shitty plot twist in the movie when you found the Mandarin, when he was supposed to be Iron Man's like magic wielding super menacing arch nemesis. The guy is a goddamn actor. So yeah, I guess I spoiled that too. But you know, what a disgrace that was to the Iron Man trilogy, and what a damn shame the plot twist of Fallout 4 is. Anyway guys, I think that's going to pretty much wrap up this particular video. If you liked this top 5, be sure to leave a like, and you know, let me know what you thought of this. Did you think this video sucked? Did you think it was awesome, or what? So anyway guys, again, as always, take care, and I'll see y'all next time.